That's the result. Aston Villa 0, Everton 1 at Villa Park. So disappointed. So disappointed. I think the result itself, look, I'm quite emotional where this is concerned because it was a great opportunity to capitalize on Arsenal's draw versus Manchester City's loss against Manchester United. And I think this was a time where we should have just shown a bit more character and a bit more clinicalness in front of goal. I'm really worried about our squad depth. Our squad depth is a big issue for me at this moment in time. With Onana out, Kamara out, Barkley out, and now McGinn also out, it just shows you that with this current team, we don't have anything else to kind of unlock those critical moments. But what really is frustrating for me is that Ollie Watkins had a poor game. What has happened to Ollie Watkins in this game? I can't even remember him touching a ball and having a couple of moments that were really daunting or caused a severe threat towards Everton. We had a couple of good spells in the game. We transitioned well. There was a couple of times Emi Bondia going forward looked exceptional. Um, we had Tielemans with great distribution out to either Matson or Emi Bondia or perhaps maybe Cash. But we lack the critical, we lack the discipline in this game specifically to be clinical. We really did. Evan Guessand, he had the one opportunity which hit the crossbar. Yes, unlucky. But where was he for the rest of the game? Where was he for the rest of the game? You know what is, we need that quality of player either on the right to really either invert effectively, or if he's going to go out, throw the defense out and then do something. I'm just, I don't know. It was just disappointed with that result. I know I'm just emotional where this is concerned. I understand that, but it is at these points of the season that we need to capitalize on these moments, because it's not every day competitors, your big competitors such as Manchester City and Arsenal, are going to drop points, critical points, especially in the season. Now, I know that our goal was to be top six. I understand that. I'm just thinking that this was a good opportunity to go second. And nothing against Everton. Everton is a fantastic, I think they an incredible team. They're very difficult to break down. They organized, structured, and they're very physical. So you need to take the fight to them. You need to ensure that your presence on the field either equals or your output is better than theirs. I mean, we've seen it with the second balls now. Jack Grealish, today I didn't like Jack Grealish at all, because you touch him and he falls. He does it so well, and he's also done it for Aston Villa on a couple of occasions. But it was just frustrating also playing against him. Man, this was just a game that I wanna forget and just move on to the next game right now. But it would have been very exciting if we could have gotten the victory, and I'll tell you why. Being at least 4 points behind Arsenal puts a bit of pressure on them. I mean, Arsenal's going to Manchester United's going to Arsenal next weekend, and watching the game yesterday between Manchester United and Manchester City, when you Manchester United literally destroyed Manchester City. They were clinical. They wanted it more. They were winning their duels. They were quick to their second balls. They transitioned exceptionally well, and I feel that it was just a good time to catch Manchester City and Arsenal in this current period and put a bit of pressure on them. But then again, I don't know what we're going to do in the transfer window. Um, we need to bolster our squad. We are very thin. Even with Onana, Kamara, and Barkley in the squad, along with McGinn, what other options do we have really going forward? Morgan Rogers had so many attempts at goal today, and it's like he left his kicking boots at home. It's as if he failed to see where the goal was today. He just missed it. He couldn't score an open goal. without Pickford being there. There was a good save from Pickford, and that was a fantastic shot from Morgan Rogers. There was a couple of passes that he should be getting right from the onset, and being pushed off the ball that easily. I don't know Rogers to be pushed off the ball that easily. And to me today, just for me, he was off his game completely. Look, he's been fantastic for us this season. Um, all of the Villa players have been absolutely fantastic. For me personally, except for Guson, I don't know. I just don't see his quality at this moment. And I don't see his abilities for the Premier League right now. And maybe that's something that will will come to fruition with time. But do we have time in the Premier League with the fast-paced nature of you can be second today, you can be third today, but teams are catching up. And it seems to me the tides are changing in the Premier League for other teams as well. Other teams are going on a bit of a run and finding a bit of form. And we can't afford to be dropping these points at the stages in the league. So yeah, off to the next one. Hopefully the next one will be better. We need to strengthen our squad going forward as well. It's just so disappointed, man. Where was Watkins? We needed Watkins. He needed to do something special today, and it's difficult to unlock the low block of Everton. I understand that, but as a striker, a seasoned striker as Ollie Watkins, you need to be peeling off the defense better. You need to be receiving the ball, making things happen, and being critical with your shots. You have to be. He was far from good today, and I'm sorry, I can't have it. We need to do better. We need to do better. Pau Torres. Pau Torres gave away the ball three, four, five times today, and not to mention that's what led to the goal scored by Everton today. His distribution was extremely poor today, and in actual fact, looking at Emery, I understand we need to play players through a certain period so that they can get to a certain form and get the confidence moving. But then put Lindelof on. I mean, why keep Pau Torres? Because he looked like he had jelly on his legs today. He couldn't move a bloody. He couldn't play against a teddy bear today. He seemed so futile. He couldn't even win the duels in the air. And this is concerning, man. This is concerning. At this stage of the campaign in the Premier League, we need to be doing better. I am convicted that we need to be doing better. We have the quality personally, individually, and we need to be matching. We need to want it. We need to desire it. We need to have a certain fight within us. Anyhow, that's my rant. I am emotional. I'm sorry. Forgive me. And there's a couple of points that I'm probably also gotten wrong there. But oh, this was a good opportunity to capitalize. And we threw it away. Anyway, congratulations, Everton. I mean, that was straight 11 victories at Villa Park, where Aston Villa is concerned. And you managed, alongside with Crystal Palace, to come and break some hearts at Villa Park. So well done to you. Um, from our home to your home, Villa fans, up the mighty Villa. Hopefully next time it will be better.